never really thought that this day would have to come to address this particular issue, but this time, this has to revolve that YouTube deliberately defending known child predators. And I absolutely despise that. And this is completely one-sided. So, how you all doing, everyone? This is Firelord Curse On. I expected that I would be doing something else, but quite frankly, this is a serious issue that needs to be addressed. And I would have to put this on perspective that really needs to be addressed. And quite frankly, I'm absolutely appalled and disgusted that YouTube is deliberately defending a known pedophile, and anybody who speaks out against a known individual will be silenced and get their videos or stream taken down. So, why am I talking about this? This pertains to EDP445, and I'm willing to share this information that shows it. So I'm going to give you the link to every single one of you people that are in there right now, to make sure that I'm not fooling around with that source, just so you can get the idea. And honestly, I wish that there would have been a truth of it, but apparently YouTube decided to take the videos down for no other reason than this. And actually, I have to thank Kevin for providing this information to me, because he was the one who provided it. Here is a link to this, because this should disgust me to an extent, and I'm honestly not having any of that. So to put this into perspective now, gentlemen, to give you a bit of a context, EDP445 allegedly got caught again by communicating an actual 15-year-old. And this is not me making an assumption. This is other things that needs to be said about this, and I will also provide a link to that as well. But first, you need to see the link of this, and that's sources. And that's why I hate it the most. But I don't know if the actual YouTube is still up, because I will presume that YouTube must have took it down. And I will definitely provide those information to you, to all of you, so that you folks can see exactly what the hell happened. This all comes from all the sources that I was able to find. And you would know exactly what the hell am I talking about. And even I will be willing to share this screen through if I so choose to. So this video is coming from Mudahar. The other video was, the first link to the video that I was provided was Kevin that showed it to us. And the tweet actually showcases the case why the hell YouTube is deliberately defending a known pedophile, aka EDP445. And I hate that. I absolutely hate that. Next thing it was actually because of this Peter Jan that actually caught him in the act. He was doing a bit of a live stream for about 20-something minutes. And there's other evidence that actually showcases this. This thing has to go to Anthony Luna for providing this information to us. YouTube must be ignorant to know the difference, and because they picked the one side that is completely one-sided. This is why I have a serious issue with. This is exactly why I have no patience for YouTube. And if YouTube decides to take this stream down, I don't give a fuck. I don't really give a fuck. Because if they decide to do so, we're going to have to withdraw from being on the YouTube. And I'm legitimately mad. Absolutely legitimately mad. Justifiably so. YouTube cannot see that one. If they even dare to say that harassing EDP445 that's considered cyberbullying, and they consider that anyone who's harassing anyone who is attacking EDP 445 is considered as cyberbullying or harassment. That is the most illogical sense that I had to see. It makes me sick to my stomach. This is why I hate this. I fucking despise that. So this is the link that I was given by Anthony Luna. That Gideon confronted EDP face to face on Discord server. I'm disgusted. And here's the other one. Kayla Hoskins actually made a video on that. So for now, what's happening now, and absolutely what's happening now, they decide to strike Kayla's. Let me make sure. They strike her video over. They strike her over a video that wasn't even hers. This reminds of a certain someone that did last year, but that's not going to be mentioned here because reason. But this isn't even about the video that was used. It's the fact that YouTube has pretty much quadrupled down on videos like her that exposes EDP 445. She's not the only one that had to go through this, and anyone talking about EDP 445 getting their video removed, or possibly YouTube, or restrained, excuse me, because according to YouTube, they say cyberbullying, harassment, and it was a stage meetup. You can't even stage it. What has already happened. And YouTube is going to have a serious backlash on this. But YouTube thinks otherwise. And I despise it. I despise it every last second of it. For all the sources that I've given a link to all of you so you can make sure and read it all to you and actually watch the video for yourself, you will see what I mean by that. Knowingly defend a pedophile who thinks that this was all staged when in actuality it was not. That's why I take serious issue. And YouTube would have to face a fucking backlash on that. If they do not meet our goddamn demand and tell them what they should not be doing, that's on them. That's on YouTube. You cannot defend someone who is knowingly a child sexual predator. And it's pissing me the fuck off that they're doing that. Deliberately. You cannot sit there and say, that's our business, we're our prerogative. Well, if that's your fucking prerogative, I'm sorry to say, but you're the ones who's breaking the rules, deliberately defending a known goddamn pedophile. Where's your argument for that, YouTube? Where's your goddamn argument for that? Explain that crap to us. I apologize for not reading the comment section. I apologize for not reading any of you in the stream chat, but greetings to all of you, Psycho, Cherry, and Platinum King. Welcome to the stream. To be absolutely frank with all of you folks, this is a wretched move on YouTube's part. You can definitely see. Correct, Psycho. They took down the video that exposed EDP 445 for quote-unquote cyberbullying. It absolutely is. So for YouTube to dare to sit there and defending a known pedophile who they should know, but this is a one-sided. This is complete one-sided. That is a double standard that I have serious problem with that. You cannot cite someone and defending a known pedophile and deliberately defending just because they EDP 445 that cyberbullying. That is an invalid claim. An invalid claim that's gonna bite them in the ass. Something tells me that they're gonna try to do something stupid. They're gonna try to take this stream down. I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. the mere fact that this has to happen, even after a couple of days, this had to have happened to take down anybody who is speaking out against EDP 445 for harassing and cyberbullying. This is a fucking truth. Whether YouTube likes it or not, it's gonna stay up there no matter what. Cyberbullying may apply to minors, but exposing pedos is not cyberbullying. There you go, Psycho. So, Psycho, if you wish to participate in the stream, I will definitely link it to you so you can participate in there. Research shows that 1 in 5 children who use internet chat rooms are approached by child predators. And that's exactly just that. And that's just is tip of the iceberg that YouTube is walking on thin ice. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send you a link to you privately. I'm not posting it here on the stream chat. Fuck that. Fuck that. Because at this point, this actually makes me mad. Absolutely makes me this mad. Because this is a war. Because if this is actually the thing that YouTube is standing for, then this shows complete lack of common sense, integrity, and everything else, even principles. They lack that fucking principles they should have stood for. I don't give a fuck what anyone else says to my fucking face, because this is the line that YouTube has crossed. This is exactly what's gonna happen. They really tried to fuck with that. And they say we're breaking the rules, when in fact, YouTube themselves are the ones who's breaking the rules. That TOS is non-existent. And it's gonna be rules for you, but not for me. Fuck that. Fuck that. Because I'm not tolerating that nonsense. I really fucking don't. So, this being said, here we are. Well, you're here, Psycho.
Yeah, it's messed up, to say the least. But yeah, hearing that YouTube... But yeah, hearing that YouTube took down a video that was apparently reported for cyberbullying, just for exposing EDP 445 for all the lewd comments and lewd posts that he was sending to a minor? Oh my god. How could YouTube go so wrong to doing something like that?
This is what I showed you. And I can hear myself talking.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on. I'm just trying to... you can hear me loud and clear, right?
Yes. But what I don't get... There's a bit of an echo that I'm going to ride.
I'm going to share with you a little article. It's from ABC News. I think this might be somewhat relevant to the conversation we're having. 1 in 5 kids solicited online.
Solicited?
1 in 5 children between 10 and 17 years of age have reported receiving an unwanted sexual solicitation while online, a new study finds. The solicitation mostly occurred in chat rooms and through email, but the kids are generally all right, the study says. The researchers found teenagers are savvy when it comes to internet use, and while the overtures disturbed them, none of the children in the study encountered any violence. There were so many anecdotal stories coming out in the media, and parents are concerned about safety on the internet, said one of the lead authors, Kimberly Mitchell, of the Crimes Against Children Research Center at the University of New Hampshire. But there wasn't a tangible study that looked at how often solicitation occurs. Some behavior is risky. Researchers conducted phone interviews with 1,501 teenagers between the ages of 10 and 17 who regularly use the internet. They also interviewed the children's parents. After analyzing the data, the researchers... that stops right there. 1 in 5 children between... researchers... In terms of risk, girls and older youth, 14 to 17 years old, were more likely to be solicited, the authors wrote in the study, which appears in the June 20th issue of the Journal of the American Medical Association. Risk was higher for youngsters who were troubled, such as those who experienced a negative life event, such as death in the family, moved to a new home, had separated or divorced parents, or had a parent who lost a job. The risk was higher for children who used the internet more frequently, participated in chat rooms, or engaged in risky behavior online, as defined by the authors. That might include posting personal information, making rude or nasty comments, talking about sex with someone who they never met in person, and going to X-rated sites on purpose. Any child who is mature enough to be on the internet and into chat rooms where that sort of discussion is likely or even possible, parents should be talking to these kids about what these kind of approaches mean, said Louis Lipsett, professor emeritus of psychology at Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island. But yeah, this is what I decided to share with you. I thought that some of this information might be crucial to what we're talking about when it comes to crap like this. Apparently, this was published on June 19th, 2001, 3:25 p.m., but it still holds up pretty well to this very day, I think it's safe to say. But yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing right here.
Okay. While you do that, oh my god, why am I hearing myself coming through your end? Okay, there we go. Never mind. I feel like I might be going angry at this point, but this is only for justifiable reason because I feel so legitimately angry, and I cannot fucking stand that. I absolutely cannot fucking stand this. And I'm not gonna stand for that for what YouTube is doing because they're the ones who deliberately defend it. They should be held accountable and they should be responsible for that.
Sorry.
Never mind that. I'm trying to make sure that I get this one out of the way so that could be correct link to the stream that I have that I'm running right now. So you know what, Psycho? The fact this motherfucker EDP445 decided to be in an absolute dickwad by deciding to have a sexual contact with a minor who was 15 years old at the time when that incident happened. This is what's gonna happen. Fucking hate this. But apparently, as I'm hearing about this, the FBI is actually have him on the watch list.
Well, they should.
Because nobody seems to be doing their fucking job at all. So for me, Psycho, because the Predator Poachers fucked up their sting operation for several years, I think it was, that completely fucked their investigation and completely fucked the evidence because they did not do the proper authority is that what they should have done, and that completely fucked everything up. And the authorities couldn't do shit about it because the Predator Poachers fuck up on that.
Yeah, they sure did. They sure did.
Now, because they fucked it up the first time around. Now, apparently, this is going to be the second fucking time that they're going to have that chance to convict motherfucking EDP445. Absolutely, this must fucking happen. There's a high chance it's going to happen, and possibly a minor who was 15 years old at the time. Whether he's gonna be on the court, that's the question that I have yet to see. But I don't know if this is going to stand up in the court.
Yeah.
So here's what I have to ask you, Psycho. when you heard about the news that EDP445 was he allegedly got caught by a guy who was investigating it. What made you think of that? Have you even watched the entirety of the video from Mudohara?
No, not entirely, to say the least. I just remember clicking on the link that you sent me, and I heard about the screen cap of the video about ADP 445 being removed for cyberbullying, and I'm like, how can a grown-up be cyberbullying? And added at the fact that he was exposed for the lewd posts that he was sending to a minor. How is that even cyberbullying? That's more or less exposing. I swear to God, YouTube's TOS does not have transparency when it comes to crap like that.
Even if they do claim to do have a transparency, which is fucking utter bullshit.
Which they don't.
I don't fucking buy that. Not for a goddamn mile. And I don't trust anything what YouTube says. If YouTube decides to take the stream down just because of the fact that we're speaking out against it, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Really, I don't give a fuck. Because they report this as a because we're cyberbullying and harassing the ADP 415. I don't give a fuck. He deserves to be fucking called back out on it. Whether YouTube likes it or not is immaterial. And if that's the fucking business, that's too fucking bad.
Yeah, I know. It is fucked up all the way. Now, to be honest, I haven't been active on YouTube lately, and I don't know how bad this is going to affect me in some way if I have to leave the platform for good, but I've just been thinking about making some gameplays of Sonic the Hedgehog, the one from 2006, the game that's been hated, which I kind of like to some degree. I downloaded the PO6, and I was thinking about posting some gameplay videos of it at some point on my channel, but I just don't know how this is going to affect me, or if I should just leave the platform completely because of it. Because, to be honest, being on a platform that silences people who call out people like EDP445, it just wouldn't be good for my image, at least maybe to some degree.
And at least some other ones that
yeah, Sonic 06.
We have some people who are alleged. Oh, here we go again with my voice coming through. Which, fuck now. Have you even opened the stream thing at all?
What do you mean?
Have you even opened my live stream at all? That my voice was coming through? Because that's the question that I have to ask.
No, I clicked off the tab. I clicked off the tab of the stream. I'm here right now. I'm not on the stream right now.
Huh. Then how come my voice is coming through you, which is strange? I don't understand that.
I really don't know.
Must be the settings that's screwing it up. Regardless, it doesn't matter. Something that you have to adjust it. But regardless, any other child sexual predators, who were like certain few other ones who have done so because of that. This just goes to show how ignorant YouTube are, and they took one person who knowingly defending a fucking pedophile, and they would decide that anybody who speaks out against anybody who is a fucking known pedophile, considered to be cyberbullying and harassing. That's where it fucking crosses the line. I fucking hate that. So now we have to make a hard decision on our own. I think it would be hard. I think it's a high time for us that we completely leave YouTube if they're willing to defend a pedophile, which, quite honestly, their image is already fucking tainted as it already is, knowingly defending a pedophile.
Yeah, I know.
If you thought that this was going to get any worse, wait until they would end up let this happen, because they deliberately did not want this to happen, but they had to have. But that's not a fucking excuse that I would want to hear from YouTube themselves. Fucking inexcusable for YouTube to defend. Pissing me the fuck off. Now you see why YouTube is no longer a goddamn safe space as it once was. So the fact that I'm giving you this kind of information, Psycho, is why I cannot handle content beyond YouTube any longer because of this bullshit, and because of their terms of service that is so fucking non-existent, and double standards for defending a pedophile, for defending child predators. You see what I mean by that, Psycho?
Yeah, I see by that, yeah.
This fact is why I decided not to be... Oh, god damn it, I misclicked it. This is why I decided I don't even give a fuck about YouTube. If YouTube decides to take down this particular stream because I'm speaking out against EDP 445, I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. Because they have crossed the line, and because they stated that we're crossing the line, no, they're the ones who are crossing the line for knowingly defending an EDP 445 who's an alleged child sexual predator, communicating and sexting 15-year-old. So I don't want to hear any arguments. Oh, you shouldn't be talking about. Oh, the pedophilia. No, this has to be talked about it because this. And if the game is silent, then that's the fucking YouTube's fault. We need to have our goddamn voice. So if they have a fucking problem with that, they can get fucked for all I care, Psycho. Okay, Psycho. I completely understand it. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, sorry. If I wasn't paying attention off the bat, it's because I was focusing on some more of my projects. You know, sometimes it's best to focus on what you love doing on your crafts than being involved in drama. Like you said before, like Leona said before, you know, I mean, it's fucked up, don't get me wrong, but sometimes, you know, it's best to just have fun with what you do instead of focusing on drama all the time, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Unless if the situation calls, which in this case, this had to be the head grab. And this is by no means a drama. That's all I say. So, with this being said, there's absolutely no justifiable reason for YouTube themselves to defend a known goddamn pedophile, aka EDP 445. So I don't give a fuck what YouTube has to say. Because they took down someone's videos just because they were speaking out against EDP, that's considered cyberbullying and especially harassing. That is the most illogical claim that I had to hear coming from YouTube themselves. You're trying to pull us over. You're trying to pull our rules. You're trying to pull rules out of our eyes just so we can trust you and your transparency. Well, I don't buy that at crap, YouTube. I really fucking don't. And this is how you're gonna play this, because you're trying to be fucking family friendly, when in reality there's a YouTube Kids app that's going around. How is it not fucking monitored? Because there's a creepy, disturbing thing that you should have paid more attention to it. And why is there? And why is it there? I demand an explanation by that, YouTube. Because if you do not give me an explanation of what I want to hear, I'm not buying any of that crap. To silence anybody that speaks out against HB 445, that is alleged pedophile, you have no business in defending anyone who's alleged pedophile. Really. You really just don't. Perhaps because of the fact that you have no bearings, nor do you have any level of understanding, because you're supposed to care about the children. Is that how it's always been? Is this how it's always been, YouTube? I'm so sick and tired of your antics, YouTube, because I truly fucking am. And people who would actually come at you, and if you decide to silence every single body on your fucking platform, you're gonna have a raging storm come at you, YouTube. And I would not even feel ashamed if you get caught in the act. Because by then, you may be sued to the fucking oblivion. It doesn't matter how much money you have. If you think you're gonna win, I beg to differ. I beg to differ. After all this is said and done, maybe next time you decide to defend someone who you think it is a pedophile, when you should have looked at the other side. Think twice before you decide to take someone's content down just because they spoke out against DMCA for allegedly doing pedophilia. I cannot fucking tolerate this bullshit. No! I just cannot fucking tolerate your bullshit, dude. And it will always point back to you while you're doing this. I don't care how good your AI system is. Your system is flawed, and it has to be called out upon it. Because if you're willing to go as far as this, you're going to give this a cop-out excuse, that's going to also bite you in the ass. No matter how many times you're going to try to weasel your way in and way out, hate to burst your bubble, YouTube, but you're not a god, and stop acting like a god. Yet you don't care. Actually, you do. It's just that you're a goddamn hypocrite, which you're not willing to acknowledge that. Perhaps one of those days, I would not even shed a tear if YouTube got shut down. After all this, after I've said this, it's not going to make me change my mind on YouTube. Really? Perhaps at this given point in time, given how bad this situation is becoming, especially for you, YouTube, and especially for EDP445 that got caught. And this was actually got caught, and I need to make sure that I put it in here. I need to make sure that I had to scroll up so I can get it, so I can see exactly what the fuck is going on. EDP445 got caught by Skinner Gene, Gideon, that's a couple of them, and a couple of other ones that are coming out. One of their victims that have come out of a war work, and this is actually sexting, which is federally illegal. Sexting someone who is a minor is federally illegal. You cannot sit there and say we're defending him because he needs to be protected. Like YouTube, you have no business in defending known child sexual predator. You just don't, because if you do that, then you lose that fucking protection. So don't you dare sit there and say this is our fucking business. It's no longer your fucking business if you get yourself involved in it, because now you're gonna get implicated on that, and people are gonna hold you in contempt and hold you responsible because you're gonna have a backlash on that, and you're gonna try to do the damage control on that. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm not willing to sit this one out. I'm just not. And if you seriously decide to go to war at anybody who dares go out against anybody who is an alleged child predator, fuck you. Just fuck you. Because you have lost that privilege the moment you step in the ring. You cannot say that I have not warned you. You cannot sit there and say that we didn't listen or did not bother to listen. because that's your fucking fault. You're the monster that you created it. The real victim of the ones that were minor, they deserve a second chance. But remember this, because this is a warning to you, YouTube. What could you possibly gain from this, huh, YouTube? Because I sure as hell would not be willing to tolerate your ignorant nonsense. Because you care all about transparency, you care about all this and this and that. It's all bullshit. Absolute goddamn bullshit. And I really don't give a fuck about your business practices, because you're the one, you did this to yourself. And you shot yourself in the foot. I have no remorse in saying this to you. Do it just because it's your right to defend someone who's a pedophile does not mean you're absolved of your crime. You really are not absolved of your crimes. And then that's how you're going to be perceived as such. Much of it will point it back to you. If you actually did this, which in this case you kind of are, you'll have to be summoned for the court of law. And if you fail to comply that, which might I add, you don't have to, but if you fail to comply at the order of a court to appear in, then this is how it's gonna happen. You're gonna have to pay up by that insurmountable fines if you fail to monitor the movement who's an actual pedophile. The problem is, you're just gonna walk off scot-free, like business as usual. You are just another. You YouTube are a disgrace to the community. A disgrace to the community who you should have monitored, who was a known predator. Because of this recent actions that you have done, recent decisions that you've made this year, this will make you infamous, and not in a way you would think of it. Now, you will become known for defending a known sexual predator, and you decide to silence someone. She was cyberbullying, harassing, either before for 5. That particular instance is completely invalid. That case is invalid. So where is your argument for that, YouTube? Really? Where is your argument for that? This doesn't just apply to the 8345. This also applies to anybody who is actually a child sexual predator, and even the ones who are into a fictional child character that could constitute as a child pornography, and I despise that. Those who are obsessed with that, they may as well get caught. They may as well get caught. No goddamn arguments whatsoever. there's just no excuse for you to act like you know what you're doing, but in actuality, you made a gravest mistake by siding someone who's a known pedophile. That you should have taken immediate action against it. But you did not, even though you kind of actually did, but you did not do your goddamn job. So for this reason alone, there just isn't. I don't give a damn what anyone else says to my face. I really don't. Because if they think I'm supporting pedophilia, fuck that. I fucking don't. I don't fucking care. And I have no desire, to deal with anybody who's gonna act like that. Really, I just don't. There's nothing else that I need to add to this conversation. And this is possibly the only time that I'll ever address this particular thing that had to be addressed that pertains to EDP-445, who's allegedly a child sexual predator, sexting a minor. This would potentially go to court. I have to wait until Speeder Jeans uploads a video investigation in just a couple of weeks to see how this is gonna go. And he could potentially be a part of a case. That's something that should be effective. But if the court decides to completely throw this case out the window, I have no clue. I honestly have no clue. But given this current circumstances, we shall see. We shall see. Nothing will make me change my mind on this. Because of this recent actions that YouTube decided to do, this is how it's going to be. If they don't give in to our demands, and they're just going to keep on resisting it until they die in a husk. They should just wither away and die. That is why, folks. YouTube made a fuck up on their part. You dug yourself in a grave. So, normally I don't talk about this because I don't give a crap. But if YouTube is purposely going after small channels for exposing EDP-445, then they are scum. Precisely just that, Darkless. Precisely just that. Because they are deliberately defending a known child predator, EDP-445, as I would expect. I didn't expect you being here, Alex.
Yes, what's up?
I didn't expect you being here sooner, either, Evan. So what I'm addressing here is actually YouTube deliberately defending EDP-445. Outer Heaven. Oh, crap. Damn it. I was afraid this would happen. I was afraid this would happen. I don't know what the fuck just happened, Outer Heaven. You must have accidentally left, or the network must have kicked you out.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So what I'm addressing here, Outer Heaven, is that YouTube deliberately defending EUP445, knowingly that he is a child predator who was sexing a minor.
Yeah, it's just fucking ridiculous.
And this is what it gets fucking ridiculous. And because of this, YouTube deliberately decided also, as Darklist pointed this out, they decided to purposely going after small channels for exposing EDP445 that's considered cyberbullying and harassment, which it is illogical in and of itself.
It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking hypocrisy from fucking YouTube defending this shit. All of a sudden, when someone's exposing that fat fuck, that fat pedal fuck, EDP, that stupid shit. I swear, this fucking God, this stupidity. Fucking win for retards.
It's fucked up that this even goes beyond this space. That if YouTube decides to go any one of us, it doesn't matter if it's a small or bigger channel, decided to go after us. If we speak out against it, looks like we may be actually having a severe problem. That YouTube would decide to take any one of us down for reporting this, that they're alleged pedophile.
Exactly.
Pissing me the hell off. Seriously, it really pisses me the fuck off.
Right.
I just cannot fucking stand. I just can't stand how YouTube is doing it in this nowadays. And quite frankly, YouTube should just wither away and die for complicitly and illicitly defending a pedophile. They even think this was a good idea to defend someone without hearing our other side of the story. That's their fucking fault.
Exactly.
I just don't give a damn what YouTube even thinks of me. If the YouTube decides to go after me and take this stream down, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, fuck YouTube.
And actually, while I'm at it, because this is going to be very, very pertinent, and this is very neglectful of me. You can put this in the straight in chat, because this is how it's gonna go. Hashtag pedo Karen.
Yeah.
Put that as hashtag pedo Karen.
I will do that, but I'm driving right now while I'm talking to you.
Okay, makes sense. But I'll actually have to find another way. But by the time you get back home, definitely make sure you put the hashtag pedo Karen.
Oh, I'll definitely do that. Don't worry, I'll do that. Hell, fuck.
Yes. So, I'm actually looking for my iChat as we speak on Discord to make sure that I don't.
Was Psycho here? I know he was there, but he left.
Who?
Psycho was here.
Yes, Psycho was here actually. So he was there at the joint point. So at least he gave his 2 cents.
Oh. Are you expecting someone to come over to come at the stream?
What'd you say?
Are you expecting someone to come over to the stream?
On mine or
on this, like you're streaming right now?
I'm not expecting anyone to be on the stream. At least not yet anyway. Well, not a whole lot of them are going to be there, but
yeah, I just got off at work and went to get something for a breakfast, and yeah, and then I just look at Discord like, man, there's a lot of fuckery going on here. That fucking YouTube defending EDP and dumbass fucking trolls out there, man. It just gets more stupider and stupider. We'll clusterfuck out there. And there's so many stupidity and beyond. Like, mental retardation on these people. And I don't care if they get venom in them. It's the truth. Fuck them.
Yes. And this is why I will put another hashtag out. This is going to be another campaign that we're going to be launching. Hashtag YouTube supports pedos.
Yeah, they do. 100%. They do support pedos. Because they're fucking hypocrite dumbasses. They're blinded by the fucking by the truth and hypocrisy.
Yes. This is how it's going to be, and you should definitely see for yourself. Hashtag YouTube supports pedos.
Oh yeah, I'll put that shit on. Yeah,
So given the entire circumstances that this had to lead up to that, is what made me hate YouTube to the very core. If YouTube is not willing to acknowledge what they're doing was their fuck up, I'm sorry, but YouTube should just wither away and die. I don't give a fuck what anyone else says. If they think that YouTube is great, I don't give a fuck. YouTube is not fucking great. They are filled with the fucking pedophiles that should have been monitored. And if they allowed this to fester and foster the community, what it should have been a good place to begin with, I'm sorry, but it turned out to be a goddamn nightmare that no other people will be able to defend themselves for because they scum. They lure the fucking dirt.
Yeah, there's no way to salvage YouTube. It's fucking dead anyway. So, you know what? I don't care what anyone says about this. Fuck this shit. Fuck YouTube. YouTube can go to the bottom of the fucking depth of hell all they want because it's fucking goddamn cancer right now. There's no way to salvage it. They can't be reformed. Absolutely. It could be fucking thrown off. Be out of the fucking existence.
Cease to exist completely. And I even stated before that I have no remorse in saying this, but they can go to entirety of they can go to the oblivion for all I care, because frankly speaking, they had so many chances to right things wrong, but apparently out of all things that they've done, they deliberately defended a known child predator, alleged known child predator.
Not only that is that fucking YouTube, the fucking the fan base of who defends that piece of shit. Fuck them too. They need to fucking drop dead as well. There, I said it.
I don't care what YouTube thinks of me. I don't care what anybody else also would even. I don't even care at this. I don't even care about this. This should have been done in the first place of what it should have happened. But instead, they decide to be the fucking devil and be this much of a fucking pieces of shit that they are. And much of this ever happened is why I lost. That's where all bets are off. All bets are goddamn off.
Yep.
So if anybody thinks that YouTube is a great place to be, I'm sorry, but I have to highly disagree with that, because no matter how many times people think that this is a great place to be, there's always going to be goddamn pedophiles. And I don't care what. This was the fucking chance that they right things wrong. But after hearing that they supported known fucking pedophiles, no. Just goddamn no. And I don't care what anybody else thinks. I don't care. I don't care when people tell me not all things are bad. Fuck that. Because this has now completely changed my. This has completely changed my opinion, and has forever changed. Forever.
Right.
And I cannot, in good conscience, continue to do YouTube on there, even after I shut my channel down 2 years ago. Because I knew the timing was going to be there, no matter how many times they're trying to do. And lo and behold, they deliberately defended a pedophile, supposedly defending against someone because they got cyberbullied and harassed. And just for that, they have squandered that opportunity to rectify their wrongdoings.
Hello?
You see how frustrated I am. You see how frustrated I am, Karen. And please, not to demand anything that I might come across as. Can you please switch back to your name.
Oh, okay, I forgot to change that.
You see how frustrated I am, Kevin, because of this. Oh shit! He didn't have to leave. But after this entire thing that I never once believed anything what YouTube does. This is what happened when this had to be this. Okay, Kevin. You see how frustrated I am because of this?
The YouTube bullshit? Yeah, I knew
Yes.
that happened. We've been doing this for quite some time.
And they deliberately defended a known fucking pedophile and silencing anybody who speaks out against EDP445.
Not just there's other people too, but I ain't gonna bring their names up, so.
We should leave them out, but they're the prime examples why they should never be on the goddamn YouTube. But for the fact that YouTube deliberately defending EDP445, that makes them no fucking better. They are deliberate, and they decided to take down anyone who speaks out against EDP445. That is a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
A criminal.
And to this day, as I said in the group chat, EDP is still playing the victim card.
Not gonna fucking cut it. It's not going to be
caught.
As a matter of fact, I may as well just play the clip out because I feel just obliged for doing this. And for this particular reason alone, and just this once, I'm gonna play the clip just for this instance. What the hell? Okay, there it is. This is a clip. YouTube gets fucked in the ass. There's no other way to describe this. This is a fucked up thing that we have to live in, and I knew this time would eventually come. They can't change things right from wrong, even if I believe it is full for transparency's sake. I don't buy that. Their TOS is non-existent, and frankly, this is a double standard that I fucking hate the most. They have squandered their chance. They've absolutely squandered their chance once they decided to side with the fucking pedophile. And I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if they decide to come after me.
Nothing else, even with making stream.
What'd you say?
I said there's nothing we can do about it. And it's a pretty no fact. We can't do anything about it.
That's why people will start to despise YouTube, and a user base is going to dwindle it down to the core until they wither away and die. And I don't care if they're going to get shut down. I don't care if they're going to try to demand that we need to come back. Which, let's be honest, YouTube itself is going to be just wither away and die. And I don't give a fuck if YouTube decides to come any other smaller content creators like me or anybody else. They should get the fuck out of here. And I'm launching a campaign. Hashtag YouTube supports pedos. This is going to be a campaign that we'll be calling out YouTube for. Fuck EDP445. Yes, hashtag pedo Karens as well.
I've been hating YouTube for about 3 years. since the whole thing fiasco.
This whole fiasco should have never fucking happened in the fucking first place. But now, because they decided to defend EDP 445, that makes them fucking guilty. And that would never wash them away. And
There's a bunch of videos on EDP giving their opinion, giving the facts, but all they do is getting flagged and reported for harassment. How is it harassment when they're actually telling the facts and getting exposed? How is that evident? I mean, harassment.
That's what I said it earlier. It is illogical. It is illogical to make that statement. Just because they're defending a fucking EDP 445 for allegedly doing something that is of a pedophilic shit does not give them a right to silence us because of weird cyberbullying and harassing EDP 445. This is why I decided to launch this campaign and say hashtag YouTube supports pedos and hashtag pedo Karens. And that's gonna raise a fucking noise like nobody's business. And if YouTube won't cave into our fucking demand, this is how it's gonna happen. I'm telling you this, Kevin. If they won't cave into our fucking demand,
they won't. They won't listen.
Because they're deliberately defending child predators, and this is our final fucking straw.
They're not going to listen to you. They're not going to listen to me. They're not going to listen to anybody else.
I realize what I'm doing is not going to get anywhere, even with the current situation we're in, due to Leah had to go through this during the stream. But this is a final fucking straw, and I have had enough of it. And I don't give a fuck what YouTube thinks of me or you or anybody else. Because they have fucked up big time. But I fucking hate saying this, but if somebody outside of our party decides to go after YouTube, it's not gonna matter. It ain't gonna fucking matter. Because in the end, they I fucking lost faith in that. This is why YouTube cannot be.
Another video's out.
What'd you say?
They're making a few more videos on YouTube now.
Who can you at least name some of them?
Master G. Just
Master
Sailor SST. YouTube is defending EDP. My opinion 333 is YouTube protecting EDP. That's on my the Discord I'm in. All about EDP.
This is going to be another fucking fiasco, and frankly, we may as well abandon YouTube altogether and don't even bother trying to create a fucking account. Even if we meant to stay there just to have access to it, then our time may come eventually. I don't know what else I can say this other than the fact that this has to. They fucking squandered it, and they don't fucking care. And it's not going to matter anymore. Once they realize how many user bases are leaving because of their recent actions they did, they're going to realize that they're going to be panicked for that. And if YouTube gets shut down, and I don't give a fuck if it gets shut down or not, they're going to wish they fucked their business opportunity. And
I don't give a shit about YouTube. Never did. For the past 3 years, I didn't give a shit about YouTube.
Yeah, same here.
even their business opportunity can come with. there's absolutely no reason for me to come back on YouTube. Not even after this. Not after they defended EDP 445 and allegedly defending a child fucking predator and silencing anybody who speaks out against a alleged child predator. They could get fucked for all I care.
I don't even know how the fuck I'm still on YouTube. That's the problem.
What'd you say?
I said I don't even know how the hell I'm still on YouTube. Shit. I don't know why I haven't left a long time ago.
The same could be said about me, because I've been on YouTube for at least a decade. For more than I could remember. Well, actually, close to 15 years perhaps, but after this, no way am I willing to come back on YouTube because of this. And does this affect us much?
I've been in the YouTube same time as you, Firelord.
I thought so. 2008, 2007.
Yeah, around by that time I was on YouTube.
Okay, that makes sense. At this
wait till you reach our age
He was speaking to you, Outer Heaven.
I said wait till you reach out. I said wait till you reach our age.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was one of my brother's quotes. He said wait till you reach our age. We've been here for over a decade on YouTube, so just using that joke quote. Don't know how long I've been on YouTube.
Sure, what majority of the time there wasn't any epiphany that I was thinking about YouTube, but it has come to a full circle. And if they think that they're too big to fail, time will eventually tell. And if it does prove that YouTube can't fail, unfortunately, they're going to have to realize the harshest way possible, and there will be insurmountable testimonies that is going to have to be given. And this doesn't just have to apply on the court, but this also has to apply on the public court of public opinion, and that's where it's going to come into play. And I have no remorse, and this is just going to be the final nail in the fucking coffin. Has already signed for death sentence. To this end, no way am I looking back on YouTube, even after all those years that have happened for this particular matter. So, in closing on this, and this is going to be the final time that I'll actually ask it this. Does YouTube deserve to wither away and die even after knowingly defend someone who's alleged child predator?
Yep, they deserve to die.
In a gruesome fashion. And what of you, Outer Heaven?
Well, you did the same thing like I said. I agree with what you said. It's fucking... I don't care about YouTube anyway. It can go rot as all. They can fucking fuck off all it wants. I don't care. I can leave if I want to. Don't nothing about bullshit. They waste of fucking time. It's a bunch of bullshit. Stupidity is finest.
And it's highly illogical, and this will prove to be the gravest mistake that YouTube has done. And if they cannot right the wrongs from that, I hate to say this, but they've signed a death sentence. The death sentence that will come and claim their soul. And I would not shed a tear.
Well, I'm going to get going because I don't really want to discuss this because it's no offense, but I agree with what you said. But it's pretty much a waste of time. Because I already know YouTube don't give a two shit.
And that's why they could get fucked for all I care. And that's why I will end the stream soon, regardless. And that's why I will end it here.
And I'll say this, I don't even think the government's going to do anything about it either, so
be considered as a final.
Yeah.
All right.
Phrase. So, with this being said, thank you all to the people who joined on my stream. What this could be considered a very final time of me doing a live stream on this, even on the YouTube, because frankly speaking, this might be the end of our line of being present on YouTube. So with this being said, I will all bid you farewell to people who are on YouTube and anyone else who's on the other side. So with this being said, this is me, Fire Lord Croissant. I shall see you on the other side, you wretched people. And to the pedophiles, and especially you, YouTube,
Go to hell.
your soul shall be claimed.